London, the capital of the United Kingdom and the city responsible for the world's largest empire. With over 1,000 years of history and tradition, London has become one of Europe's most modern cities. From kings and queens to castles and museums, this city can be your storybook holiday. But in today's world, does London still have its charm? My name is Ricky Moreno, and I'm going to show you the most popular tourist attractions in the city and all the reasons why people say,
I love London!
I love London!
I love London!
I love London!
Thank you guys.
Welcome to London. London is a very expensive city, and it'll be obvious as soon as you arrive at Heathrow Airport and have to make a decision on how you're going to get into central London. Your two best options are between the pricey Heathrow Express, which will take 15 minutes but costs a steep £25. The cheaper option is to take the London Underground, which will take up to an hour but only costs you £5. So it's up to you to decide if saving 45 minutes on your first day is worth that much money.
Here in London, you'll want to save some pounds. So buy a one-way ticket on the Underground.
There's no better way to kick off your English holiday than to come straight to the city of Westminster, where everything iconically British is squeezed together in a walkable area. You'll see the Royal Guards waiting for you to mock them, Big Ben, Parliament, the beautiful stroll that's as iconic to London as the Queen herself. It's impossible not to notice that Big Ben is completely covered in scaffolding and will be during its 4-year renovation. You'll have to turn around and settle on a picture with the London Eye. But let's be honest, spending $40 to actually ride it is just not my cup of tea. But don't miss Westminster Abbey. This 1,000-year-old church is the final resting place of kings and queens and continues to serve as the location of royal weddings and coronations. But be prepared to pay £23 to go inside. But, well, if you happen to be a Christian, then you can get in for free by attending the nightly evensong service. Hi, here for evensong?
Yeah, it's 1 hour. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you so much. As you walk around Westminster, you'll undoubtedly find yourself in Trafalgar Square. At any given time, you'll find crowds sitting on the steps, posing in front of the fountains, and marveling at the giant bronze lions guarding Nelson's column. Trafalgar Square, London's living room. It's quite literally the center of London. It's just down the street from Big Ben and Parliament, and just pass through the Admiralty Arch and you'll be on your way to Buckingham Palace. The world has an unhealthy obsession with the royal family. And here at Buckingham Palace, you can witness the pomp and circumstance of the monarchy at the changing of the guards ceremony. Days and times are available on their website, and it's free to the public. It's very popular, so arrive early if you want to secure a good view.
3, 2, quick, time! Okay. Quick, march!
Hello, good chaps. Welcome to an Englishman's guide to a proper afternoon tea. Ah, yes, any traveller's delight during their holiday in London. This social affair was intended to help fill the gap between lunch and dinner, and typically reserved for the wealthy upper class. But in today's society, it has become a special occasion for all to enjoy, even the Yanks. First off, we select our tea. Loose leaf, of course, so we'll need to use a strainer. There is nothing quite like a hot cup of Earl Grey with a spot of milk. Now, when it comes to stirring, we go back and forth. No need for any racket. And while sipping our tea, we never raise our pinky, so as to not look like a cockwomble. Now notice the tiered serving plate in front of you. Savoury finger sandwiches to start. Fresh scones in the centre, and some sweet treats to top it all off. Begin at the bottom with the sandwiches, then work your way up. So delightfully exquisite. After the finger sandwiches, we can move on to the scones. We use our hands to break them in two. But delicately now, we don't want them to crumble. Proceed with grace and panache while layering the scone with clotted cream and jam. If you're neither Cornish nor Devonian, then you can apply the cream and jam in any manner you please, so long as you aim to provide an audience that would be fit for Her Majesty herself. Oh dear. We finish our meal with a decadent dessert to satisfy our sweet tooth. Yes, so scrumptious. With this guide, you now know how to properly enjoy an English afternoon tea. Tally-ho!
The London Underground, known by most simply as the Tube, operates as a worldwide standard for efficiency in public transportation. London is a place where the trains run on time, mostly, and you can count on the Tube to get you wherever you need to be in the city. I highly recommend getting an Oyster card. Card machines are located at the airport and all Tube stations. Just pay a £5 deposit and ride around London with the comfort of knowing you'll get a refund for all the money you don't use plus your deposit when you return the card. Even if you don't plan on using the Tube a lot while you're here, you should still pick up an Oyster card. Taking a ride without one of these cards costs more than twice as much, so it doesn't really make any sense why you wouldn't just get one.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Perhaps the most infamous castle in the world, the Tower of London has loomed over the River Thames as an anchor to the past. The tower was built by William the Conqueror in the year 1066 after successfully invading England. He declared himself the rightful king and built this tower to protect himself. Today, all members in the current royal family can presumably trace their lineage back to him. Hello, can I get one ticket, please? Thank you so much. Admission into the Tower of London definitely isn't cheap at around £30, but I'm telling you guys, you don't want to miss this one. So much of London's legendary history started right here at the Tower of London. Countless people have been imprisoned and tortured and executed, but these days, you can tour the castle without having to worry about being led to the chopping block.
Like I already said, this was the very first royal palace and fortress of its kind to be built in England, but over the years, it has been used for lots and lots of other things. First and foremost though, that is the storehouse to the crown jewels and royal regalia. They are still safely stored here to this day, and they have been as far back as 1303. It was a citadel to command and defend the City of London in times of war. Believe it or not, this was also a royal menagerie or zoo.
Dare to imagine the horrors that took place behind these walls. No mercy was shown here, especially by its most famous resident, King Henry VIII, who beheaded his wives for not bearing him a male heir to the throne. Executions were particularly gruesome for those who were convicted of treason.
Behold the head of a traitor, and so die all traitors. God save the king! God save the king!
The National Gallery sits right here in Trafalgar Square, so you'll most likely be passing through at some point. Not only does it house one of the world's finest collections of art, where you can explore masterpiece by masterpiece, it's also a great place to rest your feet for a while. When you're in London and you want to feel civilized, nothing says high class like a visit to the Tate Modern Museum of Modern Art. With exhibits from cutting-edge artists representing the here and now, take a look around and see if you get it. But if you're not impressed by the art, you could see some pretty amazing city views from the observation level on the 10th floor. The Victoria and Albert Museum, better known as the V&A, is touted as the world's largest collection of decorative arts and design. With over 2 million objects in this museum, you can spend all day getting lost in the sculptures, costumes, contemporary glass, furniture, ceramics, textiles. The Natural History Museum, a cathedral to science, with exhibits ranging from dinosaurs to the work of Charles Darwin and beyond. If you're an animal lover, you definitely don't want to miss this one. Last, but definitely not least, is the British Museum. The British went out, colonized the world, and borrowed many priceless treasures that are now on display here in this museum. And today is not without its controversy. Highlights include original statues from the Parthenon, Egyptian mummies, and the Rosetta Stone, and even the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Bro, listen man, I'm gonna put a beat on real quick, man. Camden town shit, yeah. Ghost Alive, all my drillers, Phantom Nature Squad inside, yeah. Fuck all your lame tracks and your battle raps. Marathon racing away, catching up to Nipsey. I hustle on the streets, so how could they ever hold a plug? It's all part of growing up. I had the heart, then I sold it shot. If you ain't talking cash, you're not speaking my lingo. Anything I do is just for me and Amy Winehouse. Hey, come on.
There are many unique neighborhoods in and around London that are worth a look. But if you only have time to explore one, head to Camden. Because one thing is for sure, Camden won't fail to keep you entertained.
I'll have a pint of the World's End Ale. Cheers. A lot of future stars made a name for themselves here in Camden. Artists like the Sex Pistols, The Clash, Amy Winehouse, Pink Floyd, Coldplay, Adele. They all started their careers right here in these tiny music clubs in this neighborhood. Maybe it's something in the air, or maybe it's the beer.
Somewhere out there a hero is waiting to show the world what they have and who they are. Yeah, they're a star. They'll be coming from the east side, from the west side, showing us a London collides. Oh yeah.
Over the years, Camden has transformed from the music powerhouse it once was to the popular market that attracts most visitors today. Navigate your way through the outer layer of tacky gift shops to find the cool vintage shops selling relics from its glory days. I guarantee you'll find something you love. And who says the food in England is no good? The street food you'll find in Camden Market is world class, from British classics to cuisines from around the globe. Try a little of everything. And yes, there are plenty of free samples. London will have you going home feeling a little more proper, and after seeing this city, you'll be swept away by all its charm. There's no way to do everything in London in just one trip, but before I go, there's still one last thing I have to do.
Hi, I would like a regular sized portion of fish and chips.
Yeah.
And I'll do it with cod.
Yeah, one cod and chips.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Even with all the diverse food options in London these days, fish and chips are still as popular as ever, and your best bet is to go to a shop that specializes in only making a good plate of fish and chips called a chippy.